Come here. Come on. This shit.
Rico, where you at, boy? Nigga, I sent it already. Hey there. I mean, this nigga always be arguing, man. Oh boy got Don Julio over there now. You got a lot of receptions over there with Julio, my guy. Yeah. Nah, we can't let Julio be Julio today. That boy Baker been throwing them picks.
Jason Garrett played for the 49ers. That's okay.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
Bro, tell that nigga call me when he do that shit, bro.
It's through the end zone for a touchback.
That nigga call me, man.
Yeah, they ain't got Debo out there.
Tell him call the nephew, man.
So,
you said what?
They got Debo Samuel out here at 76 overall. They ain't updated a goddamn thing.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And his first look is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open
and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the
right choice. That my rookie. That my nigga Curtis. Yeah.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Nah. They shouldn't have. They did not.
Throwing again. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week.
Hold on.
Hey, Jack. Hey, I want to play man. Man, I'm finna hoop.
They did try to take my nigga out the game, too. Fuck these boy putting down.
Oh, I couldn't get on 2K. 2K got an update? God damn.
Say what?
You gotta be kidding me.
2K do got an update.
It's a big update? Bruh.
To really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
Which one of y'all broadcasts?
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Yeah.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
What is my name?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Bound stupid, I believe.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Dominican Sue. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Who is David Box? They don't got the Brown. Okay. Oh, tip drill pick.
After the interception, here's Jackson out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Nobody's scared of Julio.
Picked off by the safety, Kenny McCall. And the return
got
just a
Jalen
little bit
Ramsey.
shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
All right, man. Get back to it.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now he'll tuck it and run. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tyree Jackson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 30 on second down. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews.
He can't take it all the way.
He's brought down after a very nice game. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Let's go.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down. Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
And you know I'm petty because I clicked on him just to run him out over there and let the computer deal with your ass.
Here's Sam Cook now.
Oh, well, this nigga Myles not going to play with your ass. Niggas do me like that all the time online. Nigga can hit a move on them, but in certain situations.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, that is much too long.
Yeah,
it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to my nigga Cool Breeze, man.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock. Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 40-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, wahoo! 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Run. Back to pass. Mike 55, Mike 55. Mike touch.
From the gun, Mayfield. He
That
falls back incomplete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is
I
still
saw you had
show
70-something
formations
catches.
to make
My
them
nigga
respect
Odell
it
only got
and
54.
throw out of
He
those.
got
In
21
this case,
touchdowns.
they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
I can't feed him all game. Everybody knows.
This is taken at his 4.
time.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, 10 you in the game. Okay.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
You. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 9.
They go play action with Jackson, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight.
Man,
He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 63 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Bro.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He can run for it, and he will. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyree Jackson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Got D-boy right where we want him.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
It's caught. Jones.
Only reason you got that shit is
able
because
to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They toss to Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, man. You see Kurt. Nigga not playing with you.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
On top.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Mike, 55.
To throw, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Oh, I know. You say it. Pittsburgh.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run again with Hunt. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On the return comes Cobb. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Kurt is not playing today.
Okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work
That boy
well
said,
for us.
Coach, I want to be.
Sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, he's going to wind up. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman.
You and them damn screens.
And lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. Now Landry. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Mayfield on play action. It's caught. Beckham. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
20. He's coming. I'm coming for you. Point it right, point it right, point it right. I got you.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he'll push his way out to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, check right. Watch 55. Rabbit. King. 55.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Steps away to his left. The Browns are in. Touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you probably take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth
and I just want to let you know there was a free agent. So all y'all give it got it. So I don't want to hear shit.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Oh, I missed the
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 14.
That was so weak.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. That turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Dancing to his
Game
left.
playing for me.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chris Wormley gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards.
Bro, I'm finna have to stop the broadcast. My shit froze, son. I can't press nothing. Hopefully they let me press something after this turnover. I mean, it's a dead ball.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Here's Jamie Gillandale as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
My shit acting funny, bro.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. His throw caught at about the 5.
That was the one I tried to swat, and that was the one he fucking caught.
And mark him at the 5.
A lot of goddamn went for the
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8
Couldn't get to them adjustments, nigga. I know how to stop that shit.
That touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game.
I can't say nothing. I pulled this shit up twice. 2 of my touchdowns. I ain't
And
sure.
you wonder what onside kicks
my
they're
red
going
zone
to use
package.
and in what sequence
what a nigga
that
gotta
they hope
say.
to have a chance to win this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one
My
as it's
nigga
through
look like
the
Big
end
Cam
zone for a
Newton back there.
touchback.
On the low. On the low.
The Cleveland
That nigga
offense
looking
ready
like
to go.
Cam back
And a few
there.
kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Now it's Hunt. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands.
Slow. He
And the
just
Steelers have scored yet
everything
again,
got to go
really
right for him to
opening that
break
one
it.
up.
He ain't like
Jacoby
D'Anthony.
Brissett, 2 touchdown passes in the W. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, the win pushes their record now to 11.
Oh, yeah.
The Ravens in a slim